Hello, my friends, and welcome. This is Your Journey Yoga, and I'm Cheryl. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to work out some kinks and get the blood flowing and just really work to have a fantastic day or a really good night's sleep, depending upon what time of the day it is for you. I hope that it's been an amazing day, or it's going to be. So I hope for you, as always, just health and happiness and strength and all of that good stuff, you guys. A seated position we're going to take today. And if you are just starting your yoga journey, you are welcome to take it at your own pace and stop when you need to. Listen and just take it all in. Do as much as you can today. Designed for beginning yoga are just really nice, gentle stretches. Great way to start off your day. So again, seated position. We sit up nice and tall. Let's give those shoulders a nice big roll back. And then let those shoulders slide down and away. Now close your eyes. Relax your jaw. And feel how those shoulders just gently fall down and away from the ears. Let's do that one more time. Big shoulder roll up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. We keep those eyes closed. We bring our hands to the shins just below the knees. Press the chest forward, arch your back. Big breath in. And as you exhale, hollow the tummy and chest. Press your spine towards the back of the room, really hollowing out, creating space between each of those vertebrae. Inhale, lift the chest, arch the back, gaze to the sky. Exhale and hollow. Inhale, press it through, arch your back one more time, each direction. Great poses to just really let go of kinks. And to just ever so gently, we come up nice and tall to let go of tension and tightness. We bring the hands to the outsides of the hips, spine nice and tall. Take a big breath in, close your eyes, and as you exhale, gently let that head fall to the right. And inhale it back to center. Exhale, it falls to the left. Now when I say it falls, just moving at your own pace, inhaling back to center, and then exhale, bringing that ear towards the shoulder. So as I say fall, we don't necessarily mean fall, so it's a controlled release of the weight of the head. So if we were to actually let it fall, that's a good recipe for getting hurt through the neck, were to cause more tension, because the head can be pretty heavy. Inhale it up tall one more time to the left. Inhale it up tall. Keep that length in the spine, and as you exhale, turn your gaze out over that right shoulder as far as you can turn your head. Mobility through the neck. Inhale back to center, and exhale now over the left shoulder. Far as you can turn. Notice maybe if one side you can turn a little further than the other. Inhale back to center. Now this time as you look over that right shoulder, far as you can. Now slowly bring the chin down towards the collarbone. Are we still tall through the spine? Are the shoulders pressing down and away? Inhale, lift your gaze, and then turn it back to face front. And as you exhale, turn your gaze out over that left shoulder. And now a little tuck of the chin towards your collarbone. Just feel that nice stretch all the way down that right side, through the neck and the shoulder. Breath slow and steady. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front, and let's walk those hands out. Gently releasing the weight of the upper body down. Now those arms can extend out all the way, or you can keep a soft bend in the elbows. And we're going to relax the weight of the head. As you inhale, a little rotation of the torso, lifting that left side of the rib cage just a little bit. Notice that deeper stretch in the lower back, and then slowly release it down. We inhale, lifting the right side of the rib cage just a little bit. And exhale, release it down. We're going to do that one more time each side. Inhale, lift the left side of the rib cage. And release it down. Inhale, right side, little rotation through that torso, little turn of the head, just to what feels right to you. And then exhale, release it down. Big circle of those arms back to your hips. Big circle of those arms reach to the sky. As you exhale, rotate, place that left hand to the top of the thigh. Right hand behind you to the floor, lift through the crown of the head, and then turn your gaze towards the back of the room. Left shoulder pressing down and away. Find your breath. Feel that length in the spine. So we're creating space in the spine so that we can rotate and keep those vertebrae happy and healthy. Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front. Exhale, turn to the other side, right hand to the top of the thigh, left hand behind you, lengthen and reach to the crown of the head. Now turn your gaze out towards the back of the room. Breathe, let the tension go in the shoulders. Feel that length in the neck all the way down the spine. Just wringing out tightness. Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front. Exhale, release that right hand to the floor, left arm up and over. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, other side, reach it up and over, keeping those hips pressing towards the floor so that the sit bone wants to lift. Inhale, reach one more time each side. Exhale, keep those sit bones connected to the mat. Up and over, feel that stretch. Now get a little push with that right hand. Lift the left side of the rib cage. And circle that left arm around behind your back. Forearm along the small of the back. Just circle your back as far as you can reach and turn your gaze towards the floor. And gently tuck your chin towards that right collarbone. Feel that great stretch all the way down the neck and into the shoulder. Now you might not, if you're not holding any tension, that's awesome. So if you're like, I'm not feeling it so much, give that left shoulder a little roll back and tuck your chin a little bit tighter. If you're still not feeling it, that's awesome, guys, no tension. Releasing that left arm up and over. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. Turn your gaze towards the sky. Press that right hip towards the floor. Circle that right arm around behind your back. Forearm along the small of the back. Now keep that shoulder roll back and turn your gaze towards the floor. Little tuck of the chin towards your left collarbone. Does it feel the same? A little easier, not quite so much resistance, or maybe there's a little bit more. So again, we roll that right shoulder back, reaching with that right hand, and drawing the chin towards the collarbone. We circle that right arm back up and over, and reach to the sky. Both arms come up. Let's release those hands and come up onto all fours to tabletop. Hands are shoulder width apart, core is strong. Lifting out of those shoulders, take a big breath in and extend left arm and right leg. Square your hips. Now from here, you can stay right here. You can keep both hands down and just move the leg, or just hold the leg. If you like, as you inhale, draw the elbow and knee in towards one another. Hollow your tummy and chest. Exhale and extend it out. We're going to do 4 more just like that. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, press it out. We're still lifting through the shoulder. Inhale, draw it in. Draw that belly button in and up. Exhale, extend it out. 2 more. Inhale, hollow. Exhale and extend. Inhale, hollow. Hold your hollow. Lift out of the shoulder. Feel the strength in your core. Extend it out and release it down. Center your weight. Take a big breath and extend right arm and left leg. Square your hips. Lengthen and reach through those fingertips. Lift out of that left shoulder. Our moving spinal balance, wonderful for strength, for balance, for flexibility. As you exhale, draw the elbow and knee in. Inhale, extend it out. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, extend it out. We've got 3 more. Staying strong through the belly so that we don't create that sway back. We lengthen and reach, keeping those hips side by side. Just moving with your pace. We've got 1 more. Hold. Squeeze it in. Lift the spine, hollow the tummy and chest. Extend it out. And release it down. We shift our weight to our left hand. Right arm extends to the sky. And as you exhale, sweep that right hand through. Shoulder to the floor, side of the head to the floor. And we let that left hand just rest. Or if you like, extend that left arm out. That arm right along the side of the face. Find your breath. Feel that nice stretch in the shoulder, through the upper and middle back, throughout the spine. Now pull that left hand back in right by the face and press yourself back up to tabletop. Breathe. We shift our weight to our right hand. Left arm extends to the sky, reach up. And as you exhale, sweep that left hand through, shoulder to the floor, side of the head to the floor, just above your ear. Now we can have that hand resting, or we can extend it out. So that arm resting right along the side of the face. And we're allowing that upper body to just be heavy. We close our eyes, finding that breath, letting go of tension wherever it's hiding. Our thread the needle pose, great mobility pose for shoulders, for spine, for the neck. And we pull that right hand right back in by the face, pressing ourselves back up to tabletop. And extend those arms out nice and long. Hips back towards your heels, forehead towards the floor. Nice, big, deep breaths. Now we're going to extend those arms out as long as we can, spreading the fingers wide. We're going to inhale up to a modified high plank. Knees remain on the mat, core is strong. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Now we're doing our best not to allow those hips to drop, but to create that nice long diagonal line. Take a big breath in, glue your hands to the mat, and as you exhale, press it back to child's pose. And inhale it back to that modified plank. Working out kinks in the shoulders and the hips. Exhale it back to child's pose. Now this time we're going to add an intensity, only if you like. One modified push-up. And back to child's pose. So as we move with our breath, maybe you include that push-up, maybe not. Maybe you do one or two. We've got two more. So just flow. Find a rhythm that works for you. Feel what feels good to your body. And breathe. One more. And we're going to meet back in child's pose. Breathe. Arms extended out nice and long, hands shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide, let's lift up overhead, tuck the toes. Press and lift your hips to the sky. Up to downward facing dog. Now downward facing dog, you are welcome to bend those knees if you're like, wow, that is a huge hamstring stretch. Or if you are finding that your weight is over your wrists and there's a lot of pressure in the shoulders and the wrists. We want to bend those knees and press back so that you get the bend out of the wrists. And then slowly, slowly, we start to extend those legs. And we inhale it to high plank. Exhaling it to down dog. Just a little bigger variation than what we just did. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. Let's do one more and add one push-up. Toes or knees. Lift your hips to down dog and just gently alternate bending knees. Walk it out. So just feel that nice long stretch down the back of the legs. Breathe. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders towards your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels gently sink. Shifting your weight to your right foot. Left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back knee to the floor, top of the foot to the floor. We lift the chest and place our hands just above the knee, right at the thigh. Shoulders are rolled back. Hips are heavy and we're getting that nice stretch. Extend, right arm out. Lift it high, arch it back, a little or a lot. So just feeling that nice long stretch to the front of that right leg. Breathe, a little lean to the left. Core strong. Inhale back to center and rise. Releasing both hands to the inside of your left foot. We allow that left knee to roll open. Only as much as feels right to you. Core is strong. If it feels right to you, stay on the palms of the hands. If you feel like you've got a little bit more in there, feel free to come down onto your forearms. If you're like, nope, I'm good, stay on those hands. So let's come back to the palms of the hands. Drawing that left knee back in, one hand on either side of your foot. Let's press those sit bones straight back. Keeping the sole of that left foot pressing to the floor, square your hips and slowly work your nose towards your knee. So there are a lot of places that you might feel this stretch. Notice what's talking the most. Send your breath there. And just slowly move through your body. What feels right? We inhale it back, bending that left knee. One hand on either side of your foot, tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down. To down dog, holding your down dog, or inhale it to high plank. One push up. Again. Now crocodile down. Press it through, up dog, hold your up dog. We're on the tops of the feet, rolling those shoulders back. You can be in cobra with those feet down, or the legs down, and the hands right by the chest. Either that, or up dog. We take our gaze out over that left shoulder. We come back to center. Gaze over the right shoulder. And back to center. Tuck the toes, lift the hips to down dog. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And as you exhale, let your heels sink. Breathe. We shift our weight to our left foot. Right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back knee to the floor, top of the foot to the floor. We lift the chest and place the hands to the top of the thigh, just above your knee. Weight is heavy through those hips. Core is strong. Extend left arm out. Lift it high. Arch it back. Pressing those hips forward and reaching back. Oh, it feels so good. Breathe. As you exhale, lean to the right just a little bit. Find your breath. Inhale it back to center. Exhale and rise. Release your hands to the inside of your foot. And let's allow that right knee to roll open. So as we roll over to the outside edge of your foot, notice that stretch for your ankle, for that hip. Notice the core staying strong, so you're not relaxing through the belly. That's going to pull on that lower back. We want to keep that lower back safe. So keeping that core strong. Now, how are we? Is it good to stay on the hands? Or maybe coming down onto your forearms. Maybe it's one forearm. Maybe it's not both. Maybe it's just that we bend the elbows and come a little bit more towards the floor. It's finding that place where your body is able to relax and surrender into a pose without being forced to do things it's not ready to do. That's a great way to get hurt. So don't do that. Please, please, please. Now, can you still smile? That's always a really good indication of where you are in a pose. If you have a little more room to work, or if you're like, ha, it's everything I can do to smile. Now let's bring those hands back up and slowly draw that right knee back in. One hand on either side of your foot. Now slowly, slowly, slowly begin to extend that right leg. Sole of the foot stays connected to the floor, but you're reaching your sit bones back. Now I want you to be mindful of those hips. That left hip is going to try and pull back a little bit. We want to keep them square. Now I'm feeling this great stretch right through the top of my foot and through the ankle. Now always, if it's too much, guys, adjust. You don't have to keep the sole of the foot down if that's too much, or don't go quite so far back. Now slowly start to work your nose towards your knee. Breathe. Again, what do you feel? Where do you feel it? What we're working towards is to get the body to relax the tension, to release the resistance. We inhale, bending that right knee. One hand on either side of your foot. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. We inhale it to high plank. Breathe, core strong. Find your breath. Releasing that left knee to the mat if you like, otherwise legs stay long. We rotate to side plank. Now that knee can be down, your feet can be staggered or stacked. We're gonna reach as high as we can reach, and we're gonna lift those hips. Find your breath. As you exhale, slowly release it down. Come back to plank. Heading directly to the other side, releasing that right knee down if you like. Otherwise, legs stay long, so if that knee comes down, we just rotate it open and extend. Now, if we've progressed to the point where we feel comfortable lifting that leg, extend that bottom leg, feet staggered or stacked, reaching as high as you can reach. And as you exhale, slowly release that left hand down, come back to plank, lift your hips to down dog. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs, sit bones high. And inhale it to high plank. Slow crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And sit it back to child's pose. Nice big deep breaths. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle those arms overhead as you hinge all the way up. Up onto those knees. Now, if you need a little extra cushion for those knees, pull your mat back on itself so you've created like a triple layer of your mat. We're going to bring those hands behind the back. Either bringing the fists to the small of the back or blades with the hands to the small of the back. And I want you to feel as though you're going to touch your elbows. So whichever way feels better to you, fists or blades. Draw those elbows towards one another. Press your hands into the small of your back. Lift the chest and begin to gaze to the sky. A little back bend here. So really focus on what's right. If your body's like, yeah, no, this isn't great for me, just stay up on those knees. Breathe. This is camel pose. Slowly we rise. And go ahead and sit it back onto the heels. Now, if your knees are not great sitting back onto the heels, if you happen to have a pillow or a blanket, put that between your heels and your bottom. It's a great quad stretch, a great quad stretch. So right through the front of the legs. This is hero's pose, a variation of, or a variation of thunderbolt pose. Just relax those shoulders and find your breath. Now from here, we're gonna turn sideways. We're gonna come over on to the left side. Feet off to the right. Sitting up nice and tall. Find your breath. Now if for whatever reason you need to extend that cup leg, that's fine. Take a big breath and reach to the sky with that right arm, and as you exhale, lean to the left. Turn your gaze to the sky. Inhale, both arms come up. Take a hold of that outside ankle. Left arm up and over. Beautiful stretch to the waist, to the ribs. Inhale it back up just one more time, each side. Inhale it back up. And exhale it over. Inhale, release. Pull the hands to heart center. Now, if you need a little extra assistance, use your hands to kind of help. And we're going to switch sides. If you're able to, come up and come down. Little different strength exercise, and work that right hand to the outside of the ankle, outside of the hip. Then we extend. Left arm to the sky. Exhale. Gently lean to the right. And inhale it up. Exhale. Take a hold of the ankle. Right arm up and over. Inhale, both arms up and over. One more time, each side. Eyes can be closed. Breath slow and steady. Inhale and release that right arm. Come over onto your bottom and extend those legs out nice and long. Slide on down to the top of your mat. Bring the hands behind your thighs and let's rock it back to boat pose. Lifting the chest. Bringing support behind those thighs is going to help keep that lower back happy and safe. If your back feels amazing, you can release the hands. Now notice, is there a gap in your knees? Bring those knees to touch and we'll work those adductors a little bit more. If you're like, that's not great for my hips, that's okay. Then let that space be there. Draw that belly button in and up. If you like, lift the shins so they're parallel to the floor. Maybe add a flex of your feet. Nice little stretch and activation. Through the tops of the shins, great stretch for the calves. If you like, extend the legs. Now those feet can stay flexed, You can point your toes, feet can be soft, whatever is right for you. Keeping that belly button drawn in. The belly wants to push out when we work it. We get twice as much benefit when we draw that belly button in. Bend the knees, shins parallel to the floor. Lift the chest. Support behind the thighs, extend those legs. You feeling those hip flexors in the lower abs yet? And you can keep the support or release it. And slowly, 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 lower the legs. Heels touch, flex your feet, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Tummy down, chest down, hands, and then just let your head be heavy. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Great stretch for the hamstrings and the calves. Wonderful release for that lower back. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you know if you've got tight hamstrings, pretty certain you've got a tight lower back. Inhale, reaching out. Sit up nice and tall. Release your hands. Turn to the side and come to easy pose. Hands resting on the knees. Close your eyes and breathe. Take a big breath in. Keep that length in the spine as you exhale. Let the chin come towards the chest. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, lean the head to the right. Gently roll the head through center. Chin comes towards the chest. And over to the left. Exhaling, slowly releasing all the way back to center. All the way back over to the right. One more time as you exhale. Chin comes down towards the chest, rolling the head to the left. Hold here. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Exhale, turn your head over that right shoulder. Draw those shoulders down and away. Inhale, head back to center. And exhale, now turn out over that left shoulder. And turn back to face front. Close your eyes. Turn your palms to face the sky if they're not already. Gently bring your index finger to touch your thumb. As you inhale, open the palms, spread your fingers wide. Feel that stretch across the palm. And as you exhale, bring your middle finger to your thumb. Still long and tall through the spine. Inhale, open, spread your fingers wide. Feel that stretch through the palm. Exhale, bring the ring finger to touch the thumb. Inhale, open, spread those fingers wide. And exhale, bring the pinky to the thumb. Inhale, open, spread those fingers wide. And as you exhale, let whatever finger feels natural to you to touch your thumb. Eyes are softly closed. We feel the length in the spine and the depth of our breath. We close with a mantra today. I am in love with life. I want you to feel the love for your life and know that you are capable and able to make any changes that would make your life better. I want you to be in love with your life every day. I want you to want to be in love with your life every day. That love starts inside. Your heart, your mind, your spirit, your energy. Take the time to find that love, even if it's just one thing today. Feel the strength that that gives you, the hope that that instills, the love that is inspired. slowly we breathe, just slow and steady. Bring our awareness back. We feel the world around us. Full of gratitude, love, and joy, hope. Let those guide you today, through your day, and into your sleep. May you sleep soundly and peacefully, and awake refreshed and ready for the day. As we bring our practice to a close, I always like to finish with a few words. These words are always something that you can take with you or just let float by. Love honestly, care deeply, speak openly, trust completely, and always be yourself. Let's gently open the eyes, take a big breath in, reach to the sky, and exhale, pull the hands to heart center. Have an amazing rest of your day, my friends. Be well, take care of yourselves, stay healthy, and always take time for yourself. It is not a selfish act. It is something that will help make this world a better place. It all starts right here, guys, with you, okay? Take care of you. Be well. Until the next time, namaste.